Welcome to this overview of the user interface of Cloud Commander. Just looking at the user interface here, you'll see that it is web-based and it's based on the Office 365 look and feel. If you've used the admin interface of Office 365 before, you'll be familiar with button locations and the styling of the pages. On the top bar, you'll notice the ID that you're logged in with. Cloud Commander uses Azure Active Directory single sign-on, so that allows you to use your enterprise account to authenticate. If you're already logged into AAD, you will go straight to the user interface that we see here. If you're not already logged in, you'll go through your company's sign-in pages before getting to here. Right below your logged in account, you'll see your access level within Cloud Commander. We have two access levels, Admin and Reader. Reader lets you see almost everything in the interface, so you can monitor the progress of migrations, but you can't start and stop them. The admin level lets you see everything in the interface and, of course, to manage the migrations. We have an alert icon next to your logged in name, and that will show you any important notifications that you need to be aware of. We have a help section and finally a profile page that tells you about your account. The first page here is environments. We have support for multiple source and multiple targets, which is helpful for mergers, acquisitions and divestitures. Note, when you add them here, it's only adding them here. There is some additional setup steps that are needed for authentication, for example, and they're covered in other training material. The environment pairs page is where you set up approved source and target combinations. You can have the same source listed more than once and the same target listed more than once. For example, if you're performing a merger, it might be that you have to divest certain sections of your business, so you will have the source listed more than once. This setup is to protect you and prevent people from setting up waves which might otherwise send data to the wrong destination. Now let's take a look at waves. You can see on the drop-down view that you can show waves related to a particular target pair. You can add waves and you can refresh the data on this page. The status part of the user interface gives you a good overview of where mappings are in the migration and shows you different users and their statuses. You can also search for a user. You can search in either the source or the target and it will bring you back the status. Beneath Exchange there is information relating to OneDrive waves. It shows the same type of information as the Exchange waves. If we go to Progress, you can view immediately how a user has progressed and the migration history. These are important statistics. You can see items and folder counts. You can see that this particular user is synced and that there were no errors. Note, the export and import sizes might not match because there is some overhead in the EWS transactions which are performed during the migration. If there are errors, you'd see something like this. These arrows show whether there are export errors or import errors. If you click on one of the arrows, it will show you the details of the error itself, like we see here. In this case, this was an item which was deleted after the migration started. From this screen, we can retry errors or we can mark an item as permanently failed. That, in a nutshell, is the user interface for Cloud Commander. That's all for this video. Other videos in this series will explain all the different possibilities of using the product.